You guys see that? Ooh, wee, GV. Ooh, wee. Is this a 24-hour stream? Only when Bitcoin hits 250, Gary. Only when. Oof, what a nice rally. Is anybody holding GV? I don't think we've had, I mean, we've had one red candle since the news came out. That's it, though. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That's a nice rally. That's a very nice run. Ooh, wee. That was a good breakout, too, actually. Very good breakouts, GVs. Okay, perfect. Let's see. 1 second. Do, 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 do. Save. Okay, refresh. Refreshing. Lower than expected. The stream is just doing silly stuff. Let me know if you're having any issues. Should be okay though. Good morning, Gary. How are you? I'm well. I'm well. How are you, Gary? It's good to see you always. Shima, good morning. Tej, good morning. Wink, good morning. Bradley, good morning. Paul, Ayo, good morning. Devrin, good morning. Jay, good morning. Virus and Thrust. Good morning, Chefman. All right. D, good morning. Good morning. Christopher, good morning. Does anybody know the CPI report? It came in at 2.8, so not not as hot as people were thinking. So cool, I guess you could call it. Jason, good morning. Patricia, good morning. Jericho, good morning. Lizzie, good morning. So that's why the markets are kind of green this morning, right? The better than expected. So Prince, good morning. Archer, good morning. Bus, good morning. Tank, good morning. AK, hey yo. I was trying to say something stupid, but Robin, you're new. Welcome. How did you find the stream? Welcome to the community, Robin. Alrighty, so GV announced this morning, Bob Chow Chow. GV announced this morning. Let me go back to that headline. Not too many details, but they've been dropping news every single day. So they announced this morning that their new energy vehicle battery saw field in Hong Kong, providing strong assurance. Anyways, it's one of those headlines that mean absolutely nothing. There's no revenue to this. There's nothing, right? It's just a headline. But it really doesn't matter, does it? Right? As long as the stock is performing, you can make monies, and that's all that matters, right? So yeah. Anyway, so again, congratulations if you got into GV, right? So the news came out. The news was posted in Discord. Scrolling. Okay, sounds good. What were you searching, Robin? So the news came out on this, and then the stock just started cooking, right? Again, this is the importance of being in Discord, because when that news comes out, we're not on stream yet, and then all of a sudden the stock is on fire, right? We've obviously played with this name a few times already, so you can kind of see that your next resistance is right below $8, so 790 to $8. So just be careful. We're kind of stalling a little bit with 10 minutes to go before the market opens, so a bit of a stall there. Today is the best day of your life. Let's go. Alrighty, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Please and thank you. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet, like Byron said, click the link at the bottom of the chat and come join us in Discord if you want to. And let me know if you have any questions going into the open. Archer, funny, right? So that's one of the momentum stocks we're going to be paying attention to going into the open. Let me make sure that I'm good to go on the this side here, and then we should be good to go, guys. Alrighty, so give me a second. VSTE was the other name we liked. STI was another one. That's the name Grim was joking about. HCTI had a good run last night, right? Not sure what that thing's going to do this morning, though. Did you guys see the headline of like Trump buying a Tesla, a red Tesla? Um, to support Elon. Tesla is doing well this morning, right? So if you bought the dipskis, you should be very happy. I mean, getting close to 200 is a pretty nice discount. Knowing that that stock was 500 a month ago is pretty crazy, you know? So we'll talk about that, I'm sure. Nvidia with a nice rebound this morning, and the question I think we're gonna, the question that we're gonna have to that the market's gonna have to answer today is like, okay, we're gapping up, but do we keep the gains, or does Trump run out to the, to social media? Thank you, Iris. Do we see Trump coming out, soon and announcing more tariffs? Because that's what seems to happen. As soon as the market is looking okay, Trump is like, wait, 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 who approved this? The Fed needs to cut rates. So let me go say some rubbish on the podium. Anyways, TM, good morning. Archer, good morning. Alan, good morning. Dan, good morning. Good morning. Luna, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy. Today's what, Wednesday? Oh wow, time is flying. That's good though. So we can hit those lows and then move on. I'm kind of over the dipskis, Gary, are you over the dips? I'm over the dips. Crystal, over the dips? CM, good morning. I'm kind of tired of him not sleeping, We're looking out for him. Like he need, stay healthy. Biden slept like 11 hours a day. That's how he. Anyways, to retire, good morning. Good morning, Techie. Good morning, everybody. So in terms of like stocks we're going to be paying attention to today, GV obviously will, be one of them. With that news they had, VSTE was the best looking stock until 30 minutes ago. And then the stock just looked like rubbish, right? But for now, though, I think it's still okay because we're holding that 80 cents. So VSTE, we're going to pay attention to this one, right? So stay above the 200 EMA. It looks like it's consolidating here, which is good actually, right? So it's building a bit of support around 85 cents, which is interestingly enough a breakout zone. So that's perfect, right? So we're going to pay attention to VSTE. I need to mute my Discord as just so we're not getting all of these. La, 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 la. All of these yapping rubbish. Alrighty, so yeah, VSTE is bouncing nicely off that bottom, right? So again, 85 cents, and then you have the 200 EMA at 80 cents. So that's perfect. Can I have his schedule? Whose schedule? Biden's schedule or Trump's schedule? Um, so again, if you bought the dip on this, good, right? You're gonna have a bit of resistance at the VWAP there for VSTE. But again, we'll get into more details. HCTI was a fun name last night. They had news and the stock just exploded, right? Again, another benefit of being in Discord, right? After hours, news comes out, boom, 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 right? All the way to the supply. And then this morning we sold off. So let's see if we can kind of consolidate. I would be watching the low 40s for support and then, see if we can consolidate and go back up already. Again, Tesla is gapping up this morning, just like everything else. Tesla and NVIDIA, right? So these names are gapping up. NVIDIA is now sitting at 114 almost, and Tesla is at 145, 146, right? So I don't think anybody's really surprised, right? Like I said earlier, Tesla dropped what, 50% from the highs, right? NVIDIA dropped 30, 40% from the highs. Like these are pretty nasty dips, right? And these are not garbage companies. They're going to come back. So, surprise, if you bought the dipskis, congratulations. This is what we were saying yesterday, right? For those of you guys that are waiting and saying, oh my goodness, I'm waiting for NVIDIA to $90. Why? Because I feel pretty today. Anyways, I'm kidding. If you're waiting for ridiculous dips on some of these names, you might never get these dips, right? We've said this a few times as well. Like we might not be out of the woods yet. This is just a 1 day rally. That doesn't mean anything, right? This might just be a dead cat bounce, and then we're going back down. But at the same time, if you like a company and it's down 40%, you should probably start scaling in, right? Instead of waiting for that one specific price to jump in, because you might miss it. Alrighty, you might just miss it. Yeah, might just do it, and then you're gonna cry. Nvidia was at 104 yesterday, right? 105. Now it's at 114, right? You might cry. Tesla was at 217 yesterday, right? Now it's at 246. You might just cry, right? Again, we might not be done yet. This might just be a bounce. The reason we keep saying that is because nothing amazing has happened that's causing the market to cook, right? Trump might just leave the tariffs on there and then we're going back to the abyss, right? Canada might fight. Why? Because Canadians are strong, too much muscles. They might fight back, and then the markets go back to the abyss. Speaking of which, Canada said they're going to put $200 million, 200 billion, something as a retaliation to the US on some other stuff. So, anyways, Jacob, good morning. Nikolai, good morning. Doche, good morning. Grun, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Um, yeah, you guys are stronger, you know. I'm just saying, Canadians are pretty, you know. Anyways, anyways, um, maple syrup is delicious, isn't it? Kaiser, good morning. Music to your ears? No, not today. Not today, Archer. Let us have a day of solid greenness, you know? Please. What the hell is SPY doing? Why is NVIDIA going up, Tesla going up, and SPY testing the bottoms? Come on, SPY. Like, we really don't want to deal with your rubbish today, please. Alrighty, so again, overall, the markets look okay today. Let's see how we perform already. So, um, there should be a few charts posted in Discord. I think Virus has posted some charts, right? That 65, that 565 is going to be an important level for SPY. I think the high for now in pre-market is slightly above 565. So if you're looking for like a good shortable level, that might be if we can pop at the open, that might be a good area. Alrighty, so 63, 563, 565. So those are your S&P levels. BTC has been trying, like really trying to build a bit of support right below like $80,000. Even though we look at the daily and we're like, come on, just give us a dip to 73 and move on with, because that's, you know, that would be a good zone, right? So, but it looks like it's trying to build a bit of support, which is not bad. Alrighty. I think the fact that the markets are hitting lows, but yet Bitcoin has been consolidating around 79 or whatever the number is, I think it might be a good sign. Just because again, before the market sold off, Bitcoin was already ahead of it, right? So Bitcoin, in a sense, is almost like forward leading. I'm still in that camp where like I'm hoping the lows are in March, right? Like again, like we've been saying, okay, this is the week, right? This is the week. Like hit the lows mid March, like we always do, and then go back up. So hopefully that's the case already, and then dipskis, gonskis. That'd be nice, right? And then we can just move on, please and thank you. So you guys need to get your president to relax. No more tweets from Trump, please. Somebody take his Twitter away. Take it away, and then we can move on, you know? Anyways, Tesla's looking good. NVIDIA's looking good. Moving on to momentum stocks, alrighty? So VSTE is bouncing nicely up that support at 85 cents, which is good. So we like this name going into the open. GV is curling up the kernel and the 20. We like this one as well, right? So are we ready? Question for you guys in the chat into the open. What's your favorite stock going into the open? What is your favorite stock going into the open? He gets it. Yeah. Today is a dead cat bounce, probably. Let's see how we play out though, Jacob, right? So GV market opened, and that looks good. STI is another name that we're obviously going to talk about, right? SSP is another one that looks interesting. HCTI we talked about already, and it's dipping. So watch for 41.50. And like I mentioned earlier, watch for close to 41 cents, like the low 40s I mentioned, right? And then VSTE, that thing is going to need to give us a retest of the bottom and just break out if it wants to go. Alrighty, cool. So STI for you, TRNR, unbelievable. HCTI, unbelievable. It could be Gary, yeah. So we saw yesterday that they met over in Saudi Arabia, and they had a good chat, I guess, right? And yeah, we just need something, right, Gary? Like we can't just be dead cat bouncing, because then there's no reason to be bouncing. I mean, there's a good technical reason to be bouncing, but I feel like at this point we need a good catalyst so the market can hang on to it and actually pump and not dip again. So yeah, we need some breakouts or dipskis on these stocks, though, these momentum stocks to get in. Already, we need something. STI looks good. It looks like it's breaking that resistance coming into the open. So 20 cents. It needs to break above 20 cents and consolidate, or come back and give you a dip to 17 cents. If you're playing with STI, those would be your levels. So consolidate above 20, or dipski to 17-ish. Alrighty, and GV just looks like it's trying to curl and cook. HCTI is retesting the bottom of the range like we talked about, right? So again, bottom one, bottom two. Let's see if we can stay above that demand zone. Alrighty, so low 40s for HCTI. That's kind of what you're looking for. As long as we're testing and curling, then that's okay. And then VSTE, holding the 200. So this thing isn't quite done yet, but it needs to curl at some point. Alrighty, so let's see. Again, patience at the open, please. Alrighty, no need to rush. And there goes STI. We should have known this thing was gonna run at the open, STI. Anyway, so yeah, we are holding above 20, and then that pre-market high, I think, yeah, so 2150 is your pre-market high, so that would be a perfect double top test. And it looks like HCTI. It's holding that 4150 we talked about, so that's good for now. That is good for now. GV is still in the same range, so there's really nothing to see here for GV, right? So either we get a nice dip ski or we break above resistance. So there's really nothing that's super appealing yet. Super appealing. And then VSTE. So this one obviously looks interesting. I think at some point this thing is going to start cooking, but it needs to get closer to that 200 and start giving us consolidation. Speaking of which, here it comes. There we go. Here we go. That 80 cents we were looking for, right? So let's see if we can start consolidating around 80 cents. For VSTE. VSTE. NVDA run? Okay. Leverage ETF for it, even better on the days like this. Yeah, for sure. For sure. NVIDIA is at 115 now, and so that looks amazing, right? Can you imagine selling NVIDIA below 110 yesterday? Because you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. All my money's is going. NVIDIA is going to 90, and then boom skis. NVIDIA is at 115. Pissed. Anyways, SPY with a bit of a pop there, but again, so 563 and then 565. But 563 is your next resistance, obviously, right? So you can see the double top right there. I bet you Archer's buying puts already. What a criminal. So again, GV, you can kind of see that line we had there at 680. 680 was that breakout we talked about in pre-market, right? So it looks like we came back to retest it. So, and then STI is pushing for that 2150. Alrighty, so I'm going to drop a line there just so it looks visually pleasing, but yeah, right around that price. So 2150 was that pre-market, resistance, right? So that's the level that STI is testing right now, and you can see that it hit it and then came back down. So, and then VSTE again is still holding that 200 at the bottom. One thing that I'm not liking about this is, again, when a stock is dipping, I'd rather have it like dip ski and test that level and just sit there and consolidate. When it tries to bounce and it doesn't have a whole bunch of volume, that's always a bit of a concern. But anyways, we'll see. And GV just popped up from that level, right? So we shall see. Let's see. Looks like we might actually be forming a bit of a wedge at the top there. And let me just use the algo. So you can use the algo and from the top to the bottom there, right? You can kind of see that it's forming a bit of resistance there. So that'd be interesting. Right? Interested to see if we fail or break above that and what happens after we do that. So did anybody buy VSTE of the 200 there? Yeah, just make sure you have a good stop loss, please. Alrighty. And then STI. We should have known, right? STI. Call the stock STI, and then you guys were awfully quiet today. 1786. Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah. So demand zone off the VWAP, right above the 200 Kaiser. Good, good, good. I like it. And now it just needs to break out for you, right? And then GV again really needs to break above that whatever it's doing there and then cook. Nikolai, okay, sounds good. Perfect. 8081, perfect. Sounds good. Yeah. Again, good scalpies, right? At least you're making 5 cents off of that thing. If you stayed. But anyways, yeah, just be careful with this thing because I think we're at the very least going to come back for a double bottom, which it kind of looks like it's doing already. That's the vibe that it seems to have. GV, that's a nice pop though. Your resistance for this thing, if it really wants to cook, is $7.80. GV. Alrighty, and then STI is slowly breaking above, chipping away at that 2150. Slowly. There goes new highs of the day for STI. So that's looking good. 22. 22. Okay. 22. Do. Perfect. What's GV doing there? Okay. Still in that same range. VSTE. VSTE actually came back down again, right? So came back down to the 200 and then popped a bit. Alrighty. So again, like I said, just be careful with this one. Did anybody pick up SPY puts at that 63? I bet you Virus did. Virus got onto those puts. Why? Because Virus doesn't like nice things. Unbelievable. Archer also doesn't like nice things. See these criminals, guys? See this? Whenever we're having, nice things. No. Spy better cook today because I want to spam my GIF. Anyways. Archer. Yeah, both Archers. You guys better be locking in some monies because Spy is gonna break above 563. It's going to. So you better watch out. You better not cry. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but Ah, unbelievable. Okay. You took 20%. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, if it fails, yep, that's a good plan, Archer. Especially this early in the morning, I think that's a really good plan. Looks like we're coming back to retest 680 again for GV. $6.80. Nvidia is cooking. Like, look at these two stocks, guys. Look at Nvidia. Look at Tesla. Oof. Nvidia is going for 117. 117, guys. Right? Can you imagine? Can you imagine selling Nvidia and Tesla yesterday? Tesla is at 250 now. Can you imagine? Oof. Oof. Oh, wait. Can you imagine selling these two names? Oh my days. Uh, 1 second. I don't need a calendar. What I need is imagine. Just imagine. Close your eyes and imagine. And then imagine the pain. Imagine. Imagine the tears. 251. It resolves and Ukraine Russia war stops. Just imagine, Dan. Just imagine the pain. Just imagine. right? And we said this yesterday. By the time you realize, so people that panic on headlines, by the time you realize that like we've hit the dips, it's already too late, right? So again, dollar cost average on the dipskis. If you bought like today, again, like yesterday, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean the dips are done, right? But at least your dollar cost averaging and you don't feel like you're missing out. Because yeah, we said this yesterday, right? If somebody says, "Hey, is Nvidia a buy at 120?" I'm gonna slap you, slap you through your screen. And yeah, Nvidia calls are printing. Yeah, monies. Congratulations if you bought the dipskis. Congratulations. STI is still looking good, so that's good. VSTE is still playing with that 200 EMA, right? You can kind of tell, like it's penny stocks. And again, we said this yesterday as well. We said too many things yesterday, actually. Maybe it's because we talked too much, right? What's happening these days is people are playing stocks in pre-market and after hours, right? And then there's so much chaos during the regular hours that they're playing with the larger caps and options, and penny stocks, right? Funny enough, the launch caps are causing chaos today, right? And the top gainer, the stock that's performing the best is a penny stock. Surprise! Not, right. So STI is looking good, and the large caps are looking good, or just they're just violent. So people are focused on their long term portfolios and penny stocks. No, we equally talk too much. Every single one in this, in the chat. If you bought an Nvidia or a Tesla dip yesterday, type in yes in the chat. No, 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 no. Sold at 110. Dang. I mean, you did make you made money still, right? You bought at 104, H 105, and sold at 110. That's not a bad scalp for Nvidia. Ayo line, good morning. So there goes 23 almost for STI. VSTE again still sitting around that level. And this is what I was kind of concerned about earlier is it wasn't consolidating at the bottom long enough. And when it popped, it looked sus. But for now, again, I like that it's holding 80 cents VSTE. So if you're playing with VSTE, just make sure that it continues to stay above that 80 cents. At the very least, make sure it stays above that 79.50. So the lower SD band, if it can, then you should be okay. And there goes a pop for VSTE. There goes 86. That thing's like screw resistance 87, 88. Oof, that's a fat green candle. That's a very nice green candle. So your next resistance is 89 cents already, right below the VWAP and that supply zone. So just be mindful the closer we get to that. Alrighty. So a little bit of resistance there. Honestly, because SPY is a hater. Maybe because I'm gonna blame you know who. That's why. Because somebody wants the market to go down. GV is also stuck to that 680 level for some reason. Archer, do you want me to be quiet? Unbelievable. There goes 90 cents for VSTE. Ooh, wee. That's a nice pop. If you bought the dipskis from the bottoms, congratulations. Alrighty. Congrats, congrats, congrats. And there goes a drop. So if you bought it and you saw that resistance, give me a high five. Well done, Teggy. Just give me a fat high five. High five. High five. Right? Again, in this market, you don't diamond hand. Why? Because nothing is holding the gains. Right? When you know there's resistance right there, you take your gains. You take your gains. You take your gains. Well done, CM. Right? Because you're just gonna go from the top back to the bottom. Right? When again in this market, there's no swings really. There's no swings in the market these days. There's no diamond hands. Look, 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 look. Right? But did that thing give you like what it needed to give you? It did. It's like, hey, I give you the dips, I give you the pop to resistance. Are you going to be greedy or are you going to take profits? Right? So, yeah. Anyways, congratulations if you made monies. You were Teggy? Yeah. So no diamond hands, guys, right? No diamond hands. No, not in this market. There will be a time where we can look at stocks and say, "Oh yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna hold on to this. This is just not the market for it. This is the market for buying dips, long-term dips, right? Large cap dips, reliable company dips, and scalping the momentum stocks because they can't seem to hold, right? Look at STI. STI went from 23 cents back to 19 something, right? 1950. So again, nothing is worth diamond handing. Nothing is worth diamond handing. So, and for some reason, GV is just stuck at this level. Stuck. Stuck. Again, don't forget to hit the like, guys, if you haven't already, please. And thank you. I would really appreciate that. Take a second, hit the like, except for Mullen. Hit the like, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbot and come join us in Discord already. Too much cooking. Too much cooking. Yeah, the cooking lab has been on fire. On fire. Look at these criminals cashing out on spy puts. Why? Jail. Jail. There you go. That's my gift. I'm just gonna leave it in the options cooking lab. Hi, so that was a really good scalp. I'm glad you sold it as well. Right? Again, nothing worth diamond handing. Yeah, seriously, Prince. It's up and down for the last month now. Up and down and up and down. Have a look at AIEV. Sure. AIEV. Thunder Power. That was a nice pop. It just has too much resistance at 32, it seems. Yeah, it was looking good. And then the slapping, and just like the slapping everything else, right, Nikolai? Woof, woof, right? Again, but this is another example of a stock that is had a nice run, and it's clearly telling you, like, hey, I'm struggling. How long did it sit here for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, right? So it's if it's sitting there for 8 minutes, it's lost the momentum. So they slapped it just like they slap everything else. Tank? Okay, sounds good. Yeah, and now VSTE is sitting at brand new lows of the day. SPY is sitting at lows of the day. Tesla is getting slapped a little bit. NVIDIA is getting slapped a little bit. GV is getting slapped. STI is trying to hold that 1950. My goodness, what is going on? What is going on, guys? What's happening? Can we just OPRX? OPRX. Yeah. Yeah, Lion. Uh, the options channel is cooking. You guys are gonna end up in jail for the way you're scamming the markets. Let's see. Do we have any new headlines? JP Morgan, traders turn bearish. Sure, whatever you say. Larry Fink of BlackRock has said that investors should buy the dip. That's yeah, we don't really care. Anyways, la 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 la. Let's. So JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley says Tesla can rally more than 90%. Yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. Bank of Russia to allow limited crypto buying for investors. Bank of Russia is allowing buying. Oh wow, maybe they're going to start buying some Bitcoin. They can start buying some BTC. True. Unbelievable virus. Unbelievable. SB. Oh, I know what's happening. I don't want to say it because I don't want to bring up anything else. I just want us to focus on stonks until spring break is over, end of end of March or end of tariffs. Good morning, Messi. Please have a look at CMN. Give me one name at a time, please, Messi, and then let me know if you're in positions. Otherwise, I'm gonna run around like a yeah, like a goat. Alrighty, April, end of March, hopefully. STI is holding up of the 50, so that's good. Holding up the 50. Yeah. So again, it looks like people are playing momentum stocks in pre-market and after hours, but when the market opens, they're just focused on I mean, you can kind of see like what this community is doing, right? So a lot of people shifted to options, regular open, but if you look in Discord, it's all about momentum stocks, right? So people are just shifting back and forth and adapting as they should, right? So you bought the Dipskis on Quick Scalp and GV, okay? Like you're out already, AK? Very nice. Yeah, STI is holding that 50 really nicely there. This might actually be a good stock today if we can continue to create higher lows, actually. That would be good. We need something like that. It goes 2150. And then again, the one that Lion mentioned is slowly creeping up, the OPRX. OPRX. So you bought 2,800 shares at 1950 on STI, David? Okay, beautiful. Do you have a stop loss on this thing? You should probably put one now. Alrighty, you're green in that position, so that's good. 19 AK, good, perfect, perfect. 1.5 million red candle down. Yeah, but what's your position? Like, are you looking for a position in CMND, Messi? Are you in it already? If you are, what's your entry price? Stuff like that, right? Google. There you go. It's 22 cents STI. That was actually a really good consolidation of the 50. Right? This is the type of consolidation you want. Like, know when a stock is like hitting the level, but then popping and then coming back to the level. That's usually not a good thing. So you want it to like dip and then actually consolidate and sit there. Hopefully, you're making that money back, AK, in STI. Spy honestly is just on drugs. Like look at the size of that green candle and then right back to the bottom. And then 2 seconds later we're gonna be at 550, and then 2 minutes we're gonna be back at 570. Yeah, GV looks like it would just want it to go back down and retest to 200. So you might have been safer, waiting for that 200 test, 590. Especially when you're below like the 9 like that, right? And you're failing at the 9. If it stays below the 9, yeah, then it's off to the 200. So you're hoping 590 to $6 is where that 200 is at. So hope, pray that it stays above that. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo. Did you what did you sell at? What did you sell at? Did you sell it at $6? Why was the sound gone? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Anyways, whatever. So, anyways, congratulations if you're in STI. Congratulations. Alrighty. Type in yes in the chat if you're in STI. I was talking to myself. Good now? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. 24 pennies. I need to zoom out at some point and look at the daily. At some point and look at the daily. See, this is why we need like a catalyst for SPY, right? Like this is why we need a reason for it to run because it doesn't have a reason yet, right? So, and if it doesn't have a reason, then we just keep dipping and we go up and it doesn't have a reason to stay there and then we go back down, right? So we need deals from Russia, Ukraine, and we need the tariff to at some point, come to a conclusion. If we don't get that, then the market is just going to keep going back up and down, right? Um, and if we don't get a deal before April 3rd, and then we just keep like going yo-yos. Yo-yos. Troy, good morning, good morning. Yeah, it looks like they slapped GV below the 200. So nothing there yet. Still below the 9. So until that thing clears the 9, AK, nothing. Nothing. We had a line here for SPY. There was a level there for SPY. 68.60. So it seems like that's where it's bouncing at this morning. 68.60. Just keep going, STI. We don't need anything else. We just need STI, That's it. Keep cooking. Uh, uh, 1 second. There you go. What I'm noticing lately is a lot of people are really struggling with the discipline of like like basically just risk management. You know, like I see a lot of people do really well, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then on Friday they give away all the gains they made the entire week. Right? You really. The one thing that will destroy you in the market is if you don't have like a proper risk management strategy, like if you don't have a proper stop loss, right? A lot of people will get into a position. Yeah, exactly, virus. Like a lot of people will get into positions and just sit there and say, oh, okay, I'm down $100. Okay, it's gonna come back, right? Okay, now I'm down 200, but like what's the plan here? Okay, now I'm down 500. Now it's too late, right? That's the one thing that will destroy you in the market. I promise you, and I make this promise all the time, especially around this community, especially around the people that you are around. I promise you, you're gonna make money, right? The problem is the problem will never be can you make monies. You're gonna make monies because I think we have the right education, the right people. We focus around. We're usually playing with the right ideas, right? We usually look at the right stocks, right? So you're going to make money. Like you will make money, right? That's not the problem. The problem is if you're making money and you're giving the money back, right? Which is what most people do. I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, like I only make $10 a day, so then I blew my account." Right? I've heard people say though, like I got into a position and I stayed in that position. I stayed in that position for so long that like my account got to zero, right? Or now I'm screwed, right? I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, I keep taking $100 losses, $50 losses, and then I blew my account." Right? I've never heard that. Maybe you have. Maybe you've experienced it. I just haven't. Right? So you really need to find a way to focus on, okay, like what's my stop loss on this play? I'm buying this position because of this and this. So if this is no longer valid, I need to get out of that position, right? My maximum loss on a play is $100. It's $200. It's this, right? So if we go below this level, I'm done with this position. Alrighty? Like we really, 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 really need to do that. Please, right? Protect your monies. No one's gonna protect your money as well as you do. So please, 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 please do a better job of protecting your monies. When you go into a position, please have a plan. Risk management is really important. Don't just get in there and then start praying because you're going to end up in the abyss, right? SB said it took me a while to learn, to control my emotions, right? And that's the hardest thing to learn and manage. Absolutely, right? 20% for the day, beat your goal. Well done, Tegi. Love it, right? So again, please, please protect your money because again, especially around this community, you're going to make money. You just have to find a way to protect it when you're not right. You know what I mean? I think people put too much effort into, not the effort isn't the right word. I think people give themselves too much credit. Like you think you're better than you actually are, right? You have to understand that you don't control the market, right? You don't run the market. Your grandma doesn't run the markets. Your grandpa isn't a janitor at any of these companies. Like you have no influence for the most part, right? You're not a market maker. You don't have unlimited funds, right? Like give yourself room to be wrong. When you're wrong, just accept that, okay, you know what, I was wrong on this decision. I'm not the greatest of all time. Out of 10 trades, maybe I'm going to make 3 mistakes, right? But that's fine because those 7 trades are going to take me to the moon, right? So like be okay with that. Be okay with being wrong a few times and then cutting the loss when you are wrong. Please. Pretty please. Pinky promise, everybody. Same page. Deal. So it looks like STI is pushing back up there. So this one's actually creating some really nice higher lows, and then GV is trying to curl. Yeah, and that's the thing, right, Benjamin? That's another thing. Like people will cut the gains like so quickly, but then when it comes to the losses, it's like, no, no. Who the hell do you think I am? You think I'm gonna take a loss? You think I'm gonna take a loss? No, right? So, yeah, Patricia, absolutely. I think we all do, we all do. Again, humans are programmed, like if you think about it, right? Think about like most of your life, right? Like you come into the market having lived like, like at the very least like 20 years of your life being conditioned to not want to lose anything, right? If someone takes your food away from you, what are you going to do? You're going to fight them, right? If you're eating ice cream and you drop it, anger, pissed, right? As a baby, like if someone takes away your toy, what's the reaction? You're crying about it, right? So you're living most of your life being conditioned to not lose anything, right? And now you get to the stock market and the stock market is like, well, I need you to be okay to lose. Like the one thing that I need from you is that you have to be okay to lose, right? There's a reason why the one of the best stock market books is called The Best Loser Wins, right? Why is there a book like that? Because you have to be okay like with the losing side of it. If you're in a trade and you realize that, oh, I made a mistake, get the hell out of it, right? You're wrong. You're not a magician. Like don't think like you're that good. Like you're not a magician. Like get out of it, right? And sometimes you get out of the position and then it runs and then you're like, dang it, see, I knew it. I knew it. Every time I sell the damn stock, it cooks without me. That's not the problem. The problem is when you hold the one stock that doesn't do that, like Mullen, like AMC. Guess what? You're done. It only takes one to destroy you, right? There are a whole bunch of people now that are working at McDonald's. I'm kidding. I don't know that, right? But I bet you there are a whole bunch of people that the accounts went to zero because they kept buying Mullen because they were wrong and they're like, you know what? No, Mama didn't raise no B. AMC, it's gonna squeeze eventually, right? Okay, sure, 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 sure. Right? Where are we at now? Right? Blown accounts, right? So again, you have to like it's not about like selling a stock and then it runs without you. It's about protecting your money, right? And when you sell the stock and it runs without you, you have to look at yourself and look in the mirror and say, you know what, my entry was rubbish. My entry was ASHIT, absolute rubbish. That's how you spell rubbish, by the way. right? My entry was rubbish. So I need to look in the mirror and learn how to get proper entries, right? It's not about sitting there and crying and saying, oh my goodness, I sell the stock and it runs without me every time. I buy the top and sell the bottoms. No, that's not it, right? So again, the market needs you to be okay with losing, right? You need to change that mindset. Like, again, we've been conditioned for a long time to not want to lose anything because it brings pain. Doesn't work like that in the market. You have to be okay with the losing. Exactly, Tank. Exactly. Right? Exactly. You can win 60% at the time and lose 40% at the time and still win. That's the goal, right? You can be at 50-50 and still win, right? 50-50 and still win. So we again we, like, cut those losers, right? You just have to improve your entries at that point. If you're noticing you're taking a lot of losing trades, just improve your entries, right? I mean, I make it seem easy, but it's not that easy, right? But that's what you have to do. All I do is win, no matter what, right? Yeah. So please protect your money. For I've been here, getting there just straight when I see a good opportunity. Absolutely, Diaz. Absolutely. Right. So, yep, your mindset towards the market is really important. Really important, guys. The reason I bring that up, as much as we joke around and have fun, the reason I bring that up is because again, you see too many people making the same mistake, right? Too many people making the same mistake. Um, So protect your money, please. Protect. Right? I know that we have a set of rules that we go over every so often, right? And number eight of like again this the number eight of the rule book is cutting losses, right? If a trade doesn't feel right, why should you stay? Why should you hold on to the position, right? It's important to have a stop loss in place to ensure you don't lose more than you can afford to, right? Most traders are unable to cut a loss and allow the trade to control them and their emotions without realizing it, right? If you must be fluid in your approach to each trade. If one doesn't work, simply move on and reset, right? And then it brings up the point of not immediately jumping into another position without understanding why the last trade didn't work out, right? Losses are a part of trading. It's important to never let one loss affect your mental capability and again, moving on, right? So please protect your monies. Protect your monies. Ready? You're not as good as you think you are. I mean, in some cases you are. You know, uh, right? Number nine, have a plan and follow the plan. It's important to have a plan before you enter a trade, right? And again, this goes back to why am I getting into that position? Where's my stop loss? What's my potential profit target, right? Again, the profit target is not necessarily the most important thing to me. The most important thing to me is you realize that, okay, I have a banana, right? I have a banana. Yes, of course, I want to eat two bananas for the day. Like I have a slice of pizza, right? It would be nice for me to eat like five slices of pizza, right? But you know what? For the sake of longevity, for the sake of like just surviving, for the sake of living to trade another day, how about like my main job when I show up is to protect the money that I have today, right? How about I protect the money that I have like right now? Wait a minute. Two bananas? No, that like protect what you have before you look into the future, right? If I give you breakfast right now, right? If I give you breakfast, I'm like, hey, can you eat this meal? You don't sit there and say, okay, you know what, let me save this meal and then I'm gonna save it so I have lunch and dinner and then I'm gonna eat all of it at the same time, right? That's what happens. When you show up to the market and you have monies, you have something, right? Don't sit there and say, oh, but I'm gonna save this. Anyways, anyways, hopefully that makes a bit of sense already. Just does it work with apples? Yes, it works with all the fruits, Alan. All the fruits. Uh, it works with all the fruits. Um, right? And then rule number five. I know these are kind of scattered all over the place. Rule number five is, protect your money. Again, it's the same thing. Like we have so many rules that go back to you protecting your money, right? um, how much are you willing to risk in a specific trade, right? We talked about rule number 9 already. We can go back to rule number 1, right? So you want to treat trading like you would any other business, right? So respect your cash. I mean, like rule number 1 goes back to, again, protecting your money, right? Rule number 2: never average down on a losing position. We've talked about this already, right? If you're in a horrible trade, don't go and say, oh, I want to add to the position, unless you're adding to that position because you understand that, okay, I'm adding to this position, and I'm going to cut this entire position if this happens, then that's okay, right? You never want to get in the habit of, like, okay, I'm in a trade, I'm going to keep adding to that position. That's what happens with AMC and Mullen, right? You're in a trade and you're like, oh, I'm going to keep adding to this position, just because I'm hoping and praying that if I can bring my average down low enough, it's going to eventually come back up. Don't do that, because more often than not, it takes you to the abyss. Like I said, the one exception to this rule is if you're holding a position and you're clearly looking at the technicals and you're like, okay, you know what? I bought this thing at the wrong time. Now it's sitting at the bottom. I can clearly see that it's support. I'm going to add to my position. That's fine, right? As long as you have a stop loss below. Alrighty. Never have a bias, blah 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 blah, right? You know, whichever way the market wants to go, don't just, don't have a bias, is what that's saying, right? Always take profits on the way up, right? This is where, like, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner analogy comes into play, right? um, take your monies on the way up, scale out on the way up, right? You always stay grounded. Never and this is a really important one, because I see people do this all the time. They're like, okay, how come Grim is making $10,000 a day? How come they're doing that? How come Virus is always cooking? How come every time I look at Virus, he's making monies? How come it's taking me so long to get it, right? Every trader needs to learn how to respect the profits. Actually, yeah. So respect the profits. It doesn't matter if you make $100 or $100,000 a day. You need to learn to appreciate money regardless of the amount made in a day, right? So I just want to skip because I know what this is going to say. Again, so the bottom of this says everyone is on a singular journey towards improving themselves, right? You don't know what other traders have gone through to get to the level that they're currently at, right? So there's no reason to ever compare yourself to another trader. Alrighty. So again, you have to understand that, like, everyone is on their own singular journey, and it takes some people longer to get to where they need to get to, but you can't be comparing yourself to other people, because I promise you, virus has been through some violence, right? Some people in this chat that you see them, like, making good monies, they've been through a lot of violence. Right? We've had some days, we've had some pains. um yeah, anyways, we've had some violence already. Canada interest rate cuts, they did that today. Yeah, are we surprised? Alrighty. CRVO. Okay, let's move on from all the educational stuff. CRVO. CRVO. Oof, that thing's cooking, isn't it? Cooking. 70%. I don't see a catalyst for this one, but that's a really nice run. Yeah. And around, but discipline over emotion. Exactly, virus. Exactly. Exactly. uh, uh, Woosa. I'm a new trader, still under my first year. I feel growing pains. Absolutely, Wings. Absolutely. Um, take your time. Take your time. Jose, are you genuinely asking, or you're just, are you taking the piss? 25 points? Yeah. I mean, and this is why it's really important. So when people say, like, I'm all for, like, for these countries fighting. I'm all for these countries fighting, fight, fight, fight. Um, but there's a reason why Canada has been cutting rates, like, every time now. There's a reason why. There's a reason why, right? There's a reason why they keep cutting rates. Because Canada is not a strong economy. You just look at the dollar, right? Um, so all of these countries need to make deals like as soon as possible. You know, soon as possible. You did, Paul. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was a nice scalp, by the way, Nikolai. I saw. I saw. See yesterday's news. Positive results from extension phase of its phase 2B clinical. La 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 la. See, that's what I mean, Paul. Some of these headlines mean absolutely nothing. You know. Yeah, absolutely nothing. It's just momentum vibes. Vibes. You know what's interesting, Paul, is 420 is going to end up being the resistance. 420, just because it always is. Doo, doo, doo. 420, magic number. It is, isn't it? It's like always the magic resistance level. Probably Archer. Yeah. Yep. Nvidia looks like a double topped at 116.50, and then interest, yeah, and then it's coming back down. Oof, my goodness. Thanks, Spy. This is Virus and Archer's fault, and also Grim and Dan. Let's see. $41 million. Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of money, actually. Yeah. Maybe that thing. Yeah. As soon as you said that, Paul, that thing is like 420 is not resistant. That's a lot of money. So yeah, maybe this thing doesn't have a problem at all. Yeah. Hmm. You guys are wild in the options cooking lab. Uh, yeah. Is Spy still green for the day? It is. So double bottoms there. The double bottoms. So if it breaks below that, maybe we turn from green to red. 90. Jericho, they pay you nicely on those. That's good. That is good. Now pump it, right? Pump it, pump it, pump it. Pump it, pump it. CRVO. Again, don't forget to hit the like, guys, if you haven't already, please, and thank you. Pretty please. Take a second and hit the like, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you're not a member yet, um, take a second and yeah. La, 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 la. Interesting. Okay. Cooking. Yeah. Yeah, 450, Paul. 450 psychological levels, right? $4.50. You know what I should do? I think we need to find a topic like every day on stream, and just kind of talk about that, and then I'm going to trim it and post it in Discord again. So I think what did we just talk about? Stop losses, right? Importance of like protecting your money. Um, yeah. So we you know, we can pick a topic, talk about it, right? An educational topic, and then you know, and then so yeah. I think every time someone struggles, we just need to take a link and send it to them, like right away. You know, right away. Yeah. Virus, you like it? Using no, that's not the name I'm gonna call it. Give me a better name, Virus. Give me a better name. That's not the name. Give me something better. GV looks like it's slowly curling here. Slowly curling. That's not it either. So someone give me a good name. Give me a good name to call that little clip of education. Yeah, maybe this is just a retest of the 9 for CRVO. Let's see. No, that's not it. That's not it, Tank. Virus is ruined the way you're thinking. Confirm your appointment. Confirm. Don't get ads at 101. See what virus has done to your minds? Unbelievable. Anyways, CRVO is bouncing off the nine here, which is good. Yeah, Friday. Friday. Yep. Yeah, okay, these are better. I like it. English is my second language. Yes. Just it just has three S's, then you're good, virus. After that you're good. uh, yeah, no, I so think of a topic, right? Yeah, think of a topic, something you want to talk about on stream. You know, something that's not nothing that's crazy, and something that doesn't require a whole bunch of, you know. And then I'm just gonna trim that, and then we can talk about it as a community, and then I'm gonna trim it, and you know, and then you can rewatch it later if you need to. Alrighty. So deal, deal, deal. And honestly, like when it comes to stuff like this, it's very repetitive because we're human and we make the same mistakes over and over. So you just need to keep reminding yourself. It doesn't matter how many times you hear about stop losses, like you're gonna need to be reminded of, you know, that over and over. Right? Scale out on the way up. Take your, you know, cut your losses just as quick as you cut your gains, right? Like I see people all the time like cut 5 cents of gains, and then they hold the stock for 50 cents and they're still like, nope, not gonna sell it, right? But as soon as they see green, it's like, oh my goodness, quick, sell. Losses, nope, we diamond hand. Yeah. La. Yeah. Nikolai, and then that's the thing, right? Like we all do it. See, Nikolai's like, you're talking about me. Luna's like, he's talking about me, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, everybody does it. As soon as I said it, everybody was like, are you talking about me? No. No. I've seen it so many times. It's like you see 5 cents and you're like, damn, this looks nice. Oh my goodness. This could be like my Lambo font. I could start, like I could start picking up like the Lambo color for 5 cents. And then they see losses, they're like, nope. 50 cents? Are you kidding me? Who do you think I am? Not taking 50 cents. $1? Yeah, it's too late now, right? $2. I mean, I might as well just add more. Yeah. And again, I'm not saying 5 cents, right? I'm just saying in general, like, like smaller gains, bigger losses is what I'm saying, right? So, to CM, that's a nice scalpy. Nice little scalpy. Nice little scalpy with losses, you prefer setting a limit price or doing a trailing stop loss? It depends if you're in gains or not. If you're in gains, you might as well just do the trailing stop loss because the limit. So the limit doesn't work. I don't like doing the limit stop loss, especially in momentum stocks, because what happens is let's say a stock is at let's say a stock is at $2, right? And then your stop limit is a $1.70, right? Sometimes these stocks drop so quickly that like your limit stop loss hits, but it doesn't fill. And then all of a sudden the stock is halted down, and you're like, wait, what the hell? How come the broker didn't sell my stock? It's not the broker's fault, right? It's because the stock moves so quickly that like there's no way your order is going to execute, and then you're sitting there and praying it comes back, right? So I'd rather it be a tight, like a tight stop loss, and then a market stop loss, right? If it hits, it hits. You will be screwed sometimes, but for the most part you should be okay, right? Or just use the trailing on the way up, or scale out on the way up. Yeah. Yeah, I either just sell a position, right? So the two ways that I do it is I'm in a position, right? You're in a position, and then you set that stop loss at the level, a market stop loss at the level that it's supposed to be at, and then as the stock moves up, you just keep selling that position, right? Or you just keep moving the stop loss, I mean, right? Keep moving the stop loss up, right? Or the other thing you do is you fill out the position, right? So let's say a stock is at $2, right? And the stock is at $2. I know my stop loss is going to be $1.90. I fill out a market order, right? So I put the position, the amount of shares, my stop loss, right? Everything is good to go, right? And as the stock goes up, I don't do anything, right? At that point, I have a mental stop loss, or I'm watching the nine, I'm watching the kernel, I'm watching something. My hand is on the button. I'm ready to push the sell, right? The stock could be at $5, and my position is still at 170 or 190. My stop is still at 190. I don't care because I know that I'm watching something else. And as soon as it breaks below, I push it, right? So that's easier. You're ready, right? You're ready to go. So you don't need to keep changing the stop loss. Uh, a ton of dollar. I got this. It's coming back. It's coming back, Archer. You're welcome. Dugan. Yup. So yeah, again, I don't think like limit stop losses are the best, but trailing stop losses are nice. But they can also be a bit tricky if you're not quite sure what you're doing, right? Because you can set a trailing stop loss, and then you're not quite sure like what a 20% dip would look like, right? Whereas if you were doing the technicals, you would know that, okay, you know what, like, let me just pull up an example, right? So you're looking at a stock like this and you're like, okay, I really want to sell this thing if it breaks below the 9 EMA and closes below the 9, right? But then all of a sudden a trailing stop loss just means that this candle goes from that price to this price, right? But then the candle hasn't closed yet, and then all of a sudden it closes back above the 9, and then all of a sudden the stock is hitting brand new highs and you're pissed about it, right? So sometimes people don't quite understand like what the number is for the trailing stop loss. And then it hits and then they're pissed about it. So you just have to be aware. And as long as you are, then you're okay. Thank you, Deep. Thank you. VSTE is slowly coming back to life, actually. That thing said, hey guys, forget about me. Yeah, 70 cents was the bottom. Forget about me. coming back. Spy is going to end up going to red for the day, right? This is what I mean. Like, we're not out of the woods in the sense that until like we actually have solid news about tariffs or some other stuff, like we're not going anywhere, which is ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, if we can break out deep. Yeah, what is that? $1.90? Yeah, you sold at 92. Yep. So clearly resistance there. So non-stop yo-yo, like up, down, up, down. This at this point is just getting a bit old, isn't it? Just getting a little bit ridiculous. But that's the type of market we're in, though. Did you get rid of your short position, Paul? You sold at the VWAP? Okay. Oof. CRVO said, "Hey guys, I gave you a dip ski." That was actually a really nice dip, right? When you look at this chart, what do you see? When you look at this chart, what do you see? Yeah, covered. No, exactly. Yeah. When you look at this chart, what do you see? What do you see? What do you see? I see. What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? $300 went onto the next daily gold med. Beautiful deep. That's a very nice looking chart. That's easy monies on this one. Good thing you sold that thing at the view up, Paul. I see myself on a mountain. uh, yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Um, I like how Grim calls it the ZDTE, you know? Zero. Zero. And hoping for Lambo Paul? Absolutely. Good. Good, good, good. Again, this chart's actually quite nice. Quite easy to scalp on. Quite easy to scalp on. Doche, 500 shares. Oof. I like it. I like it a lot, Doche. I like it a lot, right? Congratulations. Quick 267. Beautiful. Congrats. Again, why did you get into that position, Doche? So my question for Doche is, why did he buy 500 shares at 418 and why did he sell at 470? Why did you get into that position? Why did you make $267? Let me know. What made you get into that position? QBTS halted news pending. There it is. Right? So there it is. There it is. Right there. There it is. Right? Beautiful. Again, plan A is something that like we talk about on one-on-ones. If you're a gold member, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So again, plan A. Plan A, right? He just made almost $300 on one trade because he followed one of the plans we talk about on one-on-ones, right? Does that pay for the membership on one trade? Does that pay for the membership for the whole month? It does. Will that knowledge ever leave you? No, right? So again, that's my sales pitch for the day. If you're not a gold member, become a gold member. Alrighty? Because the things we talk about on one-on-ones that we just won't talk about on stream, right? And that's pretty easy, right? The membership paid for itself on one trade. One trade, right? Plan A. So if you're not a gold member, you're missing out on easy monies. So to me, again, on a stock that's this strong, that's a pretty easy entry, right? So pretty easy monies, and the stock is still looking amazing, right? If Doge wanted to stay in that position, he would know exactly what to do to stay in that position, right? And the stock is still cooking $5, right? So any free trials? No, when you're making your membership in one trade like that, you don't need a free trial. You know, that's yeah. When you make monies that easily, you don't need a free trial, right? So again, when we do one-on-ones, my goal when we do one-on-ones is so you have a clear plan to follow, right? And again, to call it a plan A and for it to be that specific, pretty easy monies, in my opinion, if you follow it, right? So that's a pretty nice scalp from $4 almost to $5, right? So yep. Again, if you're not a gold member, you're missing out. And if you're struggling, you're really missing out. So missing out on the monies. Virus. Let's go. And again, this chart is pretty easy, isn't it, Doche? Like this is a pretty easy chart to follow on. Like pretty easy. Like this one's easy monies. Oh no 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 no. Mm, mm, mm. Ooh, beautiful, very beautiful. Anything else moving? Nope, nope, nope. It looks like yeah, SSP is still failing at resistance. VSTE basically popped to resistance, right? Resistance one, resistance two, and Dipski. Surprise! Not really. SPY is just a POS, you know. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That thing looks like it's gonna end up being red for the day. That'd be ridiculous, by the way. That'd be ridiculous. Anyways. Ridiculousness. Oh, never mind. You know how like Google will send you like these things from like 3 years ago? They're like, this is what we were doing 3 years ago. On this day, 3 years ago, I was driving to go ski 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Ooh wee. How dare you call spy is gonna be red for the day? Isn't that crazy? But again, there's no need for spy to be pumping anyways. You know, to be pumping. EJH, another China stock. China. Yeah. So what that tells us is, you really can't get excited about spy pumping until we get like a resolution from some of these conflicts we're having. If we don't, then nah. Look at that thing. Look at that thing break above $5 and absolutely cook. Like look at it, 530, right? On fire, CRVO. Anybody else make money in CRVO other than Doge? Anybody else? Like absolutely cooking, cooking. Ooh wee, my goodness, cooking. Paul, monies. I like it. I like it. Did you miss anything, Mayhem? Yeah, you're missing CRVO cooking. And Spy's about to turn red for the day, guys. Like, look at this. Isn't that crazy? I mean, at this point, honestly, we might as well just go to 545 and be done with. Get the rubbish out of the way, you know? Yeah. There we go. So the let me look at the news. TikTok will add screen time limits for teens. Screen time limits. Dave Portnoy said he was asked by Trump administration to join the U.S. Commerce Department. Hmm. Okay. Exactly, Will. Exactly. It mattered for 10 minutes and then it was like, okay, what about tariffs? Right? What about the tariffs? Oof. CRVO is on fire. Thank you, Dan. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Rubbish. Unbelievable. Ah, na, na, na. What a beautiful run in this thing. What an absolute beauty. Choo, 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 choo. Absolute beauty. $5.60 again. I think since Paul mentioned that they had a lot of monies in the bank, I think that was a bit of a turning point. For a pharmaceutical company that has a bit of a headline, it doesn't really mean much, but the fact that they have monies is usually good. So, yep, at least for now. Choo, 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 choo. Puts are just printing. Every day puts print. Puts printing. Yeah. Yeah, I like the momentum and the fact that they have cash and a more presentable float, right, Paul? The headline for me it doesn't really yeah. Because again it came out yesterday. You know, came out yesterday. If the headline was so amazing, the stock would have cooked yesterday, right? So I just look at it as there's nothing else running in the market, and they have somewhat of a headline. They have a nice flow. They have cash, right? Yeah. In the market virus, especially in the pharmaceutical space, it really, really matters because you're buying a stock and they don't have any cash, and then all of a sudden they're taking your cash. Yeah, yeah, 250 million. Yeah, so maybe they need more cash then. More cash is what they need. Now, if you got into this thing again, look at that entry though, guys. Like, look at that entry, right? Look at that entry. This was the entry. This was the entry. This was the entry for Doce, right? This was the entry. Was that a perfect entry or what? Right? Was that a perfect entry or what? And again, he could have stayed in that position if he wanted to, because there's some really good things here, right? If he wanted to stay in that position, he could have stayed in that position. But look at the entry and tell me that isn't perfection, right? So again, if you're not a gold member and you're like, oh my god, how come he bought at the bottom and I'm gonna buy at the top now? How come he bought it at the bottom now? What happened? Why did he buy at the bottom? Well, click the link right there and become a gold member and come find out. Ready? But how come? Benjamin says stop. How come? Oh my god, why? Look at this, guys. Doge is out again at $5 and 82 cents. Is Doge taking the piss now, guys? He's not. I'm kidding, by the way. Right? How come he's selling at 582? How come? Oh my goodness. Why is Doge so much better? Why? How come? I don't know. Somebody asked Doge. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. All of the yeah, exactly, Benjamin. So again, Invest in yourself, right? Invest in yourself, because that investment will not fail you. Um, and again, especially in this community, like we do our absolute best to make sure that you do better, right? When you win, we all win, right? So yeah, when you take the step in, in wanting to make yourself better, we will meet you right there. So in helping you. I know. Rob, uh, yeah, I was cook. Let's go, Archer. Yeah, no, all those names were really good, actually. If you picked up any of those names, Archer, all green, right? So all really good names. That's why the dollar cost, DCA comes into play. Yeah, no, Archer and I had a one-on-one yesterday, and he was looking at some really good names. So yeah, yeah. Doo-doo-doo. Which one's red? Robin Hood. Tesla's green. Dell. Hood. Oh yeah, the other one. Yeah, but the other one's different. No, DUO. Yeah, the other one's different. Archer. That one we kind of knew that we're ready though. Like where the level was. Let's go, Rob's teamwork. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, I see. Yeah, Spy's about to turn green for the day. Isn't that crazy, guys? Like, isn't that ridiculous? Like we were up like 2%. Like take that in. Like the S&P goes up 2% to red. I mean, we can look at this and say, oh, we're filling the gap maybe, and we're gonna go back up. But like we were up 2% to red for the day. That tells you like how crazy the market is. That just tells you like how crazy the market is. You know what's really interesting though is like most of the tech stocks will probably stay green today unless the S&P like really gets destroyed. I bet you most of these tech stocks will stay green, but that is crazy. So are we just filling the gap, guys, to go back up? Maybe, right? Maybe, maybe. Do, 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 do. uh, Virus, what happened to the haters? Anyways, Husa, Husa. Anyways, Husa. Do. I have a feeling Varys knows exactly what I'm talking about. I have a feeling. Something must be happening to be had. Why is it going back up, Jacob? So maybe spies filled the gap. We'll see. Time will tell. VSTE again failed at the top and then came back down to to the same bottom there, right? So what 70 cents, 71. STI, meh. GV same bottom, and then SSP same. So yep. That was a pretty good exit, by the way, right, Doche, for CRVO. Well done. Again, don't overtrade because you've already hit your daily goal, right? Don't do too much. Stick to the plan. Yup. Uh, okay, sounds good. Including. Meh. I'm gonna forward that to Rob. After 11 a.m., you don't think about stocks until tonight? What do you mean tonight, Benjamin? Learning, yeah, no, it really is helpful, right? Learning to walk away is really, really helpful. Um, yeah, really, really important. You see people like make gains in pre-market in the morning, and then as the day goes on, they just start giving it back, and then at the end of the day, they've given all the monies back. And then news, and then oh yeah, 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 absolutely. Yes, yes. Uh, mm, okay, let me take a screenshot of that and upload it, Rob. Here goes a curl. Oof! Look at that pop. This thing is wild, isn't it? Look at that. CRVO. I think is an absolute monster. Absolute monster. $6, guys. Oof. What a beauty this thing is. It's giving you like opportunities on opportunities. Doo-doo-doo. 603. The moon tank. The moon is the next resistance. Let me quickly zoom out. I'll come back to the smaller time frame. You know what's interesting is when it hit. Huh. I wonder why it dropped like this though. Something must have happened on this day because it immediately went from $12 to $2 in the same day. Something happened there. Your next resistance will be 640 to 650, and then we can probably look all the way to 780 at that point, $8. Interesting. And then if it's breaking above that, well, just give us $10. Give us the $10 at that point. For bid, still sold at 2250, David. Beautiful. Congratulations. Congratulations. There you go, 612. Alrighty, I'm gonna need to. This is all Rob's fault, by the way. Rob's fault. There you go, 627. Okay. Uh, There you go, 6:30. So that's 6:40. Yeah, yeah. This was the news from yesterday, Dan. Yeah, this was the news from yesterday that I was looking at earlier. Thank you, Benjamin. Have a wonderful day as well. So Dan reposted this news. So this was the news. For some reason this was December. This was published December 10th. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it looks like this was also reposted yesterday for some reason. Dan. Huh. Clinical stage company focused on developing treatments for age-related neurologic disorders. Today announced the top line data for blah blah blah. Clinical data evaluating some of these names, honestly, like um, yeah. So you just look like when you yeah. What caused the back in December. Oh, thank you, Dan. Thank you. Okay. Uh, okay. So it looks like what's happened, Dan, is they redid the thing, and they had better news. Interesting. Okay, yeah, Spy's red for the day. Surprise. Yep. Thank you. This is like a hole in the wall, but I just happened to walk into into that serve good food. What do you mean, Alex? I think I know what you mean. No, 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 no. Yeah. Thank you. Laura, zero. Zero. Now getting calls. Phase two. Yeah. LT. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I just like the yeah. No, you know what he means, like hole in the wall in the sense that um like community sense, um yeah, like streaming sense, but is what I think he means. But yeah, no, CRVO looks really good, guys. It's given you multiple opportunities actually for breakouts and dipskis and curlies. So congratulations if you made some money on this one. So again, we looked at the daily, and what number did we say? We said there was resistance at 640, right? Where do you see the 640, guys? 640 is right there, right? 640 is right there when you look at the daily chart. So 640, and we always have to say 650 because it's a psychological level, right? Hole in the wall, but the food and people are great. Yeah. So look at that. That was perfect resistance, wasn't it? Perfect resistance. Again, when you look at that daily, what you're looking for is you're looking for any level that like it's kind of played with, and sometimes you can't necessarily see like you can't necessarily see when you look at the daily, so then you have to look at a different time frame. But that 640 was actually quite perfect on this. Yeah. So and then 640, 640, 650, right? So it's again 650 will always be anytime there's a 50 behind a number, you can always look at that as a psychological level. And also we've said this multiple times, like it's very rare that a stock just crashes on you without giving you a warning sign, right? Like look at this, look at that. What do you see, right? You see multiple minute candles failing at that level, right? So you're like, oh, how come 1 2 3 4 5 6 minutes, 6 minutes of sitting at that level, it's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Right. So you don't necessarily have to exactly virus, right? You don't necessarily have to sit there and say, oh, I know exactly where it's going to fail, right? But when you kind of look at the chart, and that's what you call price action, right? When a momentum stock is giving you warning signs like that, sometimes you have to say, you know what, I'm going to take my profits, or I'm in enough gains where like I'm willing to like let it come back down because it might not be done yet, right? I'm willing to let it come back down and then curl back up because it's done that multiple times, right? But the warning signs will always be there, you know. The warning signs will always be there, and there goes $5.50, right? $5.50. Perfect. $5.50. SPY puts, yeah. Honestly, SPY's been printing puts like every day. Seems like, yeah. Any day you wake up and buy puts, SPY is like, okay, I give you monies. uh, Shish. I don't know why that picture hasn't uploaded yet. I need to clear up some levels here. So Rob has been posting that 555 level, right? 555, and then 552 obviously for SPY. So we clearly just went straight to that level. Oof, Archer, you made 99% on those puts. Damn, big monies, big monies, big monies. Here comes 555, right? So obviously again we have a line there at the bottom. So yep, and then below that 52 from yesterday. Oh my days, SPY. What a POS. What a POS. We should call SPY a hole on the ground, hole on the floor. Do, do, do. 40%, 60%, 120 out of the contracts, or 99% out of the contracts. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, let's see if we start consolidating a 555 though. 555. Ugly markets for sure. Ugly markets. 10 for what? For shorts, Paul? What are you doing? What are you doing? That was a nice little money's 550 again for CRVO. Jericho, monies. There goes 540. So from 640 to 540, right? Your next potential support for this thing will be. I wonder if we find a way to stay above 520 actually, just because that was the pivot. Uh, that was the pivot before the last curl, right? So I wonder if it's gonna find a way to find a way. Yeah, yeah, 520-ish. LT, I see your chart as well with the yellow line, right? That yellow line, yeah, perfect. You see what I mean though, LT, right? Like you see how different your charts are. Do you see what I mean? Zero. Troy, you should have posted that chart in the options cooking lab. um, you see what I mean? Like, someone can look at your chart and say, "Oh, okay, that really helps me out." I know where resistance is at. I know where support is at. Whereas when you had that other chart, it looked like absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Yeah, yeah. Well then, damn, SPY is gonna go to 550 today. Like if we're dropping like that, oof, oof. I think the markets are so lucky that like we gapped up before all of this selling off. It could have been bloody. Let's go, Paul. 5K on the day. Monies. Monies, Paul. Monies. Monies. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Very nice. Before you get tempted, I think that's a good plan. I think that's a very good plan. Yeah, Bitcoin is getting slapped again. Like Bitcoin is just. I mean, what do we expect though? Everything looks like garbage. So, 500 $500. Let's go. Off puts. You have two left for lottery. Monies. What's your name in the options cooking lab? What's your name in Discord? Uh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. Protein. Okay. No, I asked because I don't see you. Yeah, your name. Okay. Yeah, because I don't see you posting in the options cooking lab is why I ask. Is the only reason. Do, 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 do. Let's go, virus. Let's go. Let's go. I keep spamming chats. Sorry. Yeah, technology stocks are still green for the day. So the S&P is doing all of this rubbish for the most part, turning red on its own. On its own. An announcement for Saturday? Yes, I'll do it today. I'll do it today. Yeah, I saw your message, but I was doing something else, so then I forgot to respond. So I'll do it today. Um, yeah, so we're gonna have a class on the weekend. So Saturday, guys, we'll have a class. Yeah, we shall have a class. Probably around like 2 p.m. Eastern time. 2 p.m. Eastern, probably. What is it about? Understanding trend lines and how to like shorting stocks. Yeah, 2 p.m. 1 p.m. Two no, so 2 to 3 p.m. is when we'll start. I'll post it in yeah. So probably do like a little segment for trend lines and then a little segment for shorting stocks. Interesting. Prime Minister Mark is ready to meet with U.S. President Trump to discuss ending tariff war. I mean, virus, yeah. Oh, Apple, AAPL, no, just two A's. Sheesh, how the damn. So Apple avoided all the chaos only to get answered like this. That's why SPY is getting slapped. Virus, yeah, double bottom at 215. I mean, support at 215. And then below that, it's all the way to 200 and like 195. Yeah, so yeah, 215, 215, 214 virus. Yeah. Yep. 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 That's a lot of violence. I don't think it's really consolidating yet. So maybe give it a bit of time, virus, because I think it's falling like a damn tomato. Like it is getting destroyed, right? Zero consolidation at the end. But again, it has a bit of support between 214 and 215. If we can start building a base, so maybe give it a second. Yeah, too late. uh, yeah, yeah. No, it has support there. 230s, 2 weeks out. Okay, yeah, that's a nasty drop. Maybe Apple was the last thing to sell off, and then we could resume. Boom skis. Ridiculous, isn't it? Quite ridiculous, if you ask me. Now, virus tempted me to go look for dips, but I'm gonna stay strong. No more dips. No more dips for me. Stay strong. Stay strong. Yeah, stay strong. Uh, CRVO holding, yeah, still holding. As far as I remember, you said you were gonna stay away, virus. TUWOY. What is that? I've never. Uh, why does it have so many ticker symbols? Is it gay? I'm kidding. TUWOY. Yeah, no thanks. Stay away from it. It is gay. Why? Because it's on the OTC. Hashtag cancel. I'm kidding. Anyways. What are you doing looking for stocks on the OTC? Huh? What is that for? I mean, you can if you want to, though. I just don't like looking at OTC stocks. Just not a fan. So I'm gonna stay away. Virus? Unbelievable. Again, don't forget to hit the like, guys, if you haven't already, please and thank you. Hit the like, hit that subscribe, and if you're not a member yet, or you're not a gold member yet, click the link at the bottom there from Nightbot and come join us. Yeah. Come join us. That's why. That is why. That makes sense. OTCs for crackheads. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of OTC stuff. Like especially momentum stocks on the OTC. Oh, that's why. Okay. A rep is breaking out. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, that thing broke out a while ago though. It hasn't broken out again at 45 cents. Your initial breakout was 41, 41, and then came back for the retest, and then 45 is your next resistance. A nice little run though, 40% on the chopping block. Exactly. HMR. Yeah, that looks nice. It's like slow and steady. Slow and steady. We lose a lot of. Okay. Ooh, SPY with a nice little pop there, virus. So maybe that's going to take Apple as well. SPY's back to green for the day. And virus is thrusting too. 34 already or $500, Jacob. Let's go, taking some profits. Well done, congratulations. That's a nice gain. It's a very nice gain. A very nice gain. Sonoma, okay. Feed the dogs. Catch you later, virus. Alrighty, sounds good. Much love. See you later. I think we have like another 10 minutes, maybe 10, 20 minutes, and then we're gonna hop off and go back to Discord. Also, what the hell happened here? Huh, interesting. I think it's trying to update and it's not sure what it wants to do. Not sure. Mm, there we go. For the roast, unbelievable. No reason for me to stay. Unbelievable. You guys see this rubbish? You see this? See what I have to deal with Dan? I need Dan's wife's number, you know? I need her number. Anyways. Bowl shape, or is it time to move on? Uh, no, it's dipping here, but I think if you can stay above the view up, I think you'll be okay. I don't think it's completely done yet, Devin. I think that buy range might be between like $5 and 480. So if we can stay above that, then it's okay. Uh, yeah, Mashashi. That's nice. Yeah, let's see if we can cook for you. Do 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 do. Okay, perfect. Okay, there we go. A bowl shape. Yeah. I wasn't sure what that was. Uh, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, if we can stay above the view apps there, you should be okay. Are you in a position already, or you're just looking, Devin? Ah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Come on, Spy, keep going, please. Keep going. HMR. The options channel is fun, isn't it? Ooh, wait. There goes Spy Pops. That's a nice pop, actually. Yeah, Apple's almost back to 216 now. Does anyone garden? Uh, does that count? Uh, Unbelievable. Unbelievable is all I have to say. Is all I have to say. Do, 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 do. Uh, mm. Apples with the bounce. Yeah, David, you're in it at okay, good. Yeah, you're green in that position now. So now you just have to worry about your stop loss, right? Do, do, do. There he goes. There, look at that pop, David. Oof, oof. What does the options cooking lab turn into? Unbelievable. Anyways, yeah, that was a good scalp, David. You did, Sky? It's a good pop. Unbelievable. You guys are idiots. Anyways, for the soul, best stuff for the market, chicken soup for the soul. Like the stock or the actual soup? Because that stock was not good at all. It ran, but then it died as well. Organic fertilizer. Okay. They actually do sell fertilizer at Trig. Interesting. Okay. Very, very interesting. That's cool, actually. Spies are kind of cooking there. Cooking spy. Spy took the You know what? Ah. Do, 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 do. Dang, these are some crazy fluctuations. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Unbelievable. Ah. Oh. Mm. Anyways, David, there's a bit of an ST level at 570 for your resistance there. Tank, don't encourage this behavior, please. Don't encourage him. You're done for the day? Okay, sounds good, CM. Well done. High five. Have a wonderful rest of the day as well. Catch you later. I think everybody's making their monies now, and then just moving on. Yeah, Apple. That was a nice dip on Apple virus. At least for a small scalpy. At least for a small scalpy. Oh, that's really funny. I'm not gonna lie. Ah, unbelievable. Ah, unbelievable. Oh, you did? Oh, but you got out green though, right? It's not like you even waited for the damn thing to break down, virus. You just got out at the same price. Maybe Jericho, you should be in monies now, though, right? Break even. Okay. Maybe Jericho can secure monies. Secure the monies as well. You have errands to run. Sure, more like terrorizing kids around the neighborhood. Dan, much love, Dan. Let's go. Don't give back your gains. Absolutely. Have a wonderful rest of the day, Dan. Much love. I didn't want to give it back. Okay. Could have just waited 5 more minutes. And now the dogs. Unbelievable. There goes that supply zone for Apple. 544. Okay, okay. Yeah, so yeah, you can see that resistance, right? So funny enough, we said that earlier, right, David? We said whenever a stock is going to fail, it's going to give you warning signs, right? And look at those warning signs, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. The last time was 6 minutes, wasn't it? Same stock, wasn't it? Look at this. At the top, same warning signs, same warning signs. 570, slap to the abyss. So yeah, David, again, come join us in Discord, David. This is the type of education, the type of community you get, right? No diamond hands, just monies. So come join us in Discord because we're gonna hop off in like 5 minutes or so, and then continue cooking in Discord. La, 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 la. Again, if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat. Make sure you sign up for the right level, Legend or Goats. Those are the only two levels, and come join us. And then we're gonna hop off in a few minutes. Alrighty. So if you have any last questions, let me know. You're waiting for five. That thing was just at $5, right? Double bottom at $5. That candle actually went all the way to 493. You did, Jericho? Well done. Well done, skis. Yeah, you're selling basically in that supply zone, anyways, right? So that level to that level. Yeah, if nothing else, you secured a little bit of monies, right? It might keep going up because it's support anyways, but better safe than sorry in this market. We are at war. No tariffs, guys. No tariffs on hot rates memberships. No tariffs. If you want a tariff, then just send a super chat instead, or just give someone a membership. Give someone else in the chat a membership or something. Just say, here you go. Or find someone on the streets and give them a hundreds membership. That's your tariff. But now, if the price of avocados keep going up, then we have a problem. Uh, there you go. Was that a double bottom or double top? Or double tops are better or worse sign? I don't understand the question. For what stock? For this stock? The answer is it depends, and it really does depend. You know, yeah. Spy is really testing the top of the range there. Do, do, do. When BTC rally, guys. When BTC rally. Uh, if one overpowers the other, no, it depends. One does not. No. Oof. Apple is like, let me cook. Let me cook now. 217 is still resistance for Apple though. Looks like maybe we just wanted to fill the gap, in a sense. It looks like it's trying to consolidate at the double bottom there. There goes the double bottom bounce, Devin. Oof, that's a nice double bottom actually. Shish. It's a nice pop. Did you get back in, David? Just scalp it again. You criminal. Uh, na, 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 na. Do. You stayed out? Okay. David, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know, David. I think it's because we talk about stuff that we wish we're not. I think it's something to do with like the algorithm. You know, if you go to a channel that just talks about like, oh my goodness, Merlin is gonna squeeze, 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 right? People love to be lied to, is what they're like. People love that. People like when they're holding something and you're like, oh, just keep buying the dips. It's gonna squeeze the short data. Like conspiracy theories and stuff like that, right? People love that stuff, right? Um, you know, so that's why when like momentum stocks are cooking and going up 1,000%, people just want to FOMO into that stuff, right? Um, yeah, people don't like the yeah. Anyways, that's why 90% of people lose, right? We are the 10%. Yeah. No, no, no. Is David a member? David is now. David is like, you know what? I make monies and then I join you guys. I like it a lot, David. I like it a lot. Yeah, Spy is pushing there. Oof. Pushing. Yep, exactly, Diaz. Like that's what it is. Like if we stop talking about using stop losses and following the technicals, and we just focused on one trash stock and we talk about that stock every day, we're gonna have thousands of people watching, right? But we don't really care about that. We want to go from this stock to that stock to this stock and make money. Like our goal is to make money, not to sit here and talk about AMC for 6 months or Mullen, right? So there is a time where that happens, right? Because something big enough happens in the market where we need to talk about it for a few days, right? There will be another AMC at some point and we will talk about it, right? There will be another something, HKD, right? Something always happens that like you have to pay attention to a specific stock because every day it's going to keep cooking. But yeah, anyways, David, welcome to the community. Alrighty, this is your invite link at the bottom of the chat. Click that invite link and then follow the steps in the getting started channel. And SPY TGD. Oof. Yeah, CRVO keeps spiking up the bottom there. Keeps spiking up the bottom, but it's basically failing at the same resistance though, right? So the bottom levels are nice. The top levels are equally as strong. So that's what I was saying earlier, Devin. Like one isn't more important than the other, right? It's resistance and it's support. So this level is your support. That's your resistance. That's your resistance, right? So until it breaks above or below, like it doesn't really make a difference to me. You know. Good morning, Chase. Hello, hello. Quality over quantity, exactly, virus, exactly, exactly. We definitely have quality. And yeah. Quality. What's GV doing here? GV is still sitting in that demand zone. My goodness, wow. Apple is failing at that resistance, right? So 217. So resistance. If you zoom out far enough, it can be a consolidation pattern, right? But I wouldn't call this a consolidation pattern. Devin, you need to join us in Discord, right? There goes the cook. Oof, that thing just spiked to $6. My goodness, that's a really nice pop. If you pick that thing up at $5, you're smiling. Sky, did you get in at $5? Because it came back down. It came back down. There goes $6 again. Like that thing is all over the place. 595. Glad to be here. I no useful knowledge. That's okay, David. Right? That's okay. You have to go from taking in knowledge to giving out knowledge, right? So what you have to do though, David, is follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Is your name Mike Bull? Um, Jason Bull. Anyways, yeah, so just make sure you go to the Getting Started channel. The second last video shows you how to connect your Discord to YouTube, and then all the channels are going to open already. And if you need any instructions with the channels, there's a video. The last video in the Getting Started channel shows you the how all the channels work. Yeah, right. Look at that pop. I mean, it's almost back to the highs of the day. So that's 640, right? There it goes. Ooh wee. Ooh wee CRVO. Ooh wee. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. 359 Shima. Oof. Monies. Monies. Come on. Okay, there you go. Are you kidding? Okay. Do, 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 do. And on the way up, perfect. Love it. Yeah, so you're gonna have, you have a bit of a supply zone now sitting at 620, but let's see what it does now that it broke above that 570, 580, 570. See if we can stay above that. But again, if you picked up this thing at the double bottom and the curl back up, pretty easy monies, right? Easy monies. So Devin, did you get in? No? Do, 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 do. Crazy, 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 crazy. La 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 la. Well done, Kimela. Good scalp. Good scalpy. From the sidelines, David, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it looks like you can kind of tell like it's hitting some resistance at 620. No, 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 no. Oh, speaking of Mullen, guys, speaking of Mullen, Mullen is popping. Look, look, look at this garbage. Look at this garbage. Mullen's like, hey guys, I'm back. Like, this is so sad, though. Honestly, like, this is so sad. Like, it's not even funny at this point, is it? But it's funny at the same time. Like, look at this. This is why, again, you cannot diamond hand something. Mullen was at what, guys? Mullen was at what? $12? $10 a month ago? Now it's at $1. Did we know this was coming? Hey, yeah. Hell yeah, we knew this was coming. Mullen was the easiest short in the world. Like the easiest stock to short in the entire universe. Garbage is what that is. Valley Palms, you got in at into CRVO, 430. Congratulations, well done. So you got in way before the last dipskis. Good job. I like it. Yeah, just be aware that again you do have a supply zone there. Your next support should be closer to 570. If we can stay above that and push above 650, and then boom, 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 right? If this thing breaks 640, it's gone skis. For now, though, again, make sure you're moving your stop loss up and protecting your monies, please. Protect your monies, please. Yeah, look at Spy go. Spy's been cooking there. Oof. That was a nice bottom, wasn't it? Question is, will it keep those gains though? Like, we're all over the place now. Only 500 shares. I mean, that's still a good gain though, Valley, right? Still a good gain. You've made more than most people make in a single day at work all day, right? In 8 hours, you've made that, in an hour, or just over an hour, right? So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Do, do, do. Adding this to your strategy. Yeah. The fact we're going in. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Valley. So yeah, nothing to regret at all, right? So now what you have to do is pick a number of that $1,000 and say, okay, you know what? I worked hard for this $1,000. This is my money now. I'm not willing to go below 700, below 800, below 9, below 5, right? Make sure the number is something that you're happy with. Make sure you're happy with it, so then you're not feeling regrets at the end of the day. So again, it looks like it's consolidating above the 9 for now, and it's holding above that last breakout zone. So this level, right? This was the last level that we kind of struggled with. So if we can find a way to just stay above that, it should be okay. Alrighty, dip and then curl back up, right? Cup and handle. But yeah, make sure you have stop losses in place though. Yeah, if it can give you higher lows, yeah. I think again, what I'm paying attention to is if we can stay above that level and then curl back above 620. I think the answer to your question, Valley, is yes. The answer to your question is absolutely. Yeah, yeah. If it's curling, yeah, absolutely. Uh, hmm. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. There goes the curlies. Go, 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 go. Mullen is at brand new highs of the day, guys. Just public service announcement. Ah, garbage. Absolute doo-doo garbage. Anyways, give us the breakout. So 620 resistance, CRVO. 620. Dang, SPY looks nice. Looks very nice. And then 2 seconds later, we're back to the abyss. The S&P. Yeah, it looks like we might have hit a bit of an obstacle, bit of a wall there. Just checking. No, not necessarily. Actually, yeah, I'd be looking for that 60 level, but Zimolin. Okay, back to the other stock, guys. Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oof. Look at that. Oh my days, right back into that demand zone. Shish. Again, did we know there was resistance out there though, guys? We knew there was resistance there, right? It had to break it and it just didn't. Yeah. This is why again you move the stop loss up, right? Move the stop loss up, move the stop loss up. Yeah. Move the stop loss up. Those stop losses are so important because again, you sometimes you just can't react quick enough to sell before this happens, right? But again, we knew there was resistance at 620, right? There's a reason why this area is red. It's red for a reason. It's reminding you, like, hey, please be careful, right? It's red, red, red. People are selling in this area, right? And there's a reason why this is green at the bottom, right? So, but yeah, yeah, good, David. Good, good, good. I played with the. La, la, la. So let's see if it stays above that $5 range again. And we have 5 more minutes, guys, and then we're gonna hop off and go back to Discord. Alrighty, deal? Deal? Handshake deal? Deal. 5 more minutes. I know we said 5 minutes like 20 minutes ago, but yeah, this time 5 more minutes. Deal? Deal. Again, if you're not a member yet, come join us in Discord. You're gonna miss out on a lot of these things. As soon as the market closes, you're gonna miss out. So come join us and let us cook together. Let us cook together. Yeah. So that 5 to 490 was that level, right? So I mean, if you look to the left hand side, we bounced up this level a few times already. So let it keep bouncing. A dollar before I could get your stop loss in. Dang. Spy is dipping. I know, right? I have my hiccups. Spy doesn't want me to leave. You know, Spy's like, please don't go, please. Spy, we need you back above 560. Yeah, it's just gonna keep playing games. Chase, have a good one as well. Mullen actually pushed all the way to, um, to that supply zone, all the way to the supply zone. We back in foot? I knew it. I saw your message. I saw your message. Yeah, as soon as it started stalling there with those wicks, I knew you criminals were getting into put, so I had to go look. Yeah. Mm. I think you need to break down below 57.50, and if you break below that, yeah, then those puts are gonna cook to the abyss. Um, Again, I don't know, like, so what I'm looking for here is just, again, just higher lows there, Archer, right? It's gonna try and use this level as a potential bounce level. And then obviously, if it's breaking above like the top of the range, then you might have to close that position, right? But for now, it's basically using this, because that, again, this is the same level from like all the way, like this level here, all on the left hand side. That's the same level that it's using. So, and yeah, and bouncing on. So pop pop. Oof. That thing said, "Excuse me, Archer, you've been stealing my monies this whole time. I want it back. I want it back." Doo-doo. I want it back. And it looks like CRVO, guys, is just doing the obvious at this point, right? At some point, it's going to break below this bottom or break above that top. The more we test these levels, at some point, it's going to break. So just be mindful. Oh, you're praying for a double top here, Archer. Praying for a double top. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Rob. Exactly. And if it breaks above that, then yeah, then it's a push for 560. So it looks like it's kind of double topping for now, though. Failing a little bit there for now. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna leave it here for the day. Be safe, everybody. Much love. Smash a like before you go if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe if you're new. And if you want to make some monies with us, again, uh, the link to join us in Discord is at the bottom of the chat here. Alrighty, so click the link at the bottom of the chat. Come join us in Discord. If you do become a member when the stream is done, just send me an email, hottradesx@gmail, and I will send you a Discord invite. Alrighty. So again, be safe. Hit the like before you go. 10 more people smash the like. Let's get to 100. Ready? And yeah, have a great day. Chada. David, make sure you're connected, right? So again, that second last video in the Getting Started channel. And if you have any questions, just send me a DM. Now that you're in Discord, you should be able to send me a DM already. And if you need any help, I'm not sure if you're connected yet. I don't think you are. Yeah, not yet. Yeah, so you just have to follow the steps in the Getting Started channel, and it's going to unlock all the channels for you. Yeah, perfect. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, much love all. Be safe and have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye, guys.